Breaking news! The Browns have made their decision official. Joe Flacco is QB1, Dylan Gabriel is the backup, and Shedeur Sanders? He's buried at QB3, stuck in the emergency role. But here's the twist. What if the most talented quarterback on the roster is the one who isn't even allowed to compete? What if Cleveland is about to repeat its biggest mistake again? Because while the headlines celebrate Flacco's leadership and Gabriel's safety, the silence surrounding Shedeur Sanders is growing louder. It's not just about depth charts. It's about what's happening behind closed doors, about the promises made in the offseason that are suddenly being rewritten. And if you think this story is over, think again. What's really going on in Cleveland's quarterback room, and why might the franchise be ignoring the one player who can truly change its future? I have a few more things to tell you, but before I continue, make sure you enjoy. But only do this if you've been a Browns fan for over 17 years. It's always great to see loyal fans of all generations interacting here. It means a lot to us. If you can, right, go, Browns. My heart bleeds orange and brown. Let's go back in time. This summer, we were told it would be an open battle at quarterback, that everyone would have a chance. But while Gabriel was getting valuable reps with the quarterbacks, Sanders was kept in the dark. In the preseason, while Gabriel had the protection of a stronger offensive line, Sanders chased after backups, never having a fair stage to show what he was capable of. That's what got the fans so excited. It wasn't a real battle for the starting job. Gabriel entered training camp as the favorite and left as a backup. Predictable. Disappointing. And yet, despite all that, there's still belief in Sanders. Because when you strip away the drama and the politics of depth chart management, the raw talent is undeniable. This is the same Shedeur Sanders who lit up college football, throwing 37 touchdowns at Colorado, breaking records, leading the FBS in completion percentage, and earning Offensive Player of the Year in his conference. There was a time, recently, when he and Cam Ward were considered the top two quarterback prospects in the draft. He wasn't passed over for lack of skill. That's never been in question. So why is he QB3? It seems the Rams game soured the perception of Sanders. Critics pointed to his pocket presence, claiming he held the ball too long, lacked awareness, and didn't look ready. But one bad outing doesn't erase what he did against Carolina, where he looked poised, sharp, and tossed two perfect touchdown passes. Compare that to Gabriel's first performance, which featured one decent drive and a lot of safe, short throws. Nothing flashy, nothing franchise-worthy, just enough to check the box. Still, some fans insist Gabriel is the safer option. He's accurate, he's consistent, he moves the chains. That's true, but is that what Cleveland needs right now? Another methodical, unremarkable game manager? Or a quarterback who, with the right support, can make the kind of jaw-dropping plays that elevate a franchise? Because Sanders has shown flashes of that kind of greatness. And in a city that's seen 37 different quarterbacks start since 2001, it's time to ask, are we really going to let another one slip away? It's not crazy to question the Browns' QB decisions. Outside of Baker Mayfield, who they let walk and who's now a top 10 quarterback, their track record is shaky at best. And this pattern of misjudging talent is why voices like mine are standing firm. I'm not ready to accept that Sanders belongs in the shadows. I'm not willing to believe that this is the ceiling for him. Because if there's even a chance that Sanders is the future, don't we owe it to this team, to this fan base, to find out? Joe Flacco, for now, is the guy. And that's not a bad thing. The veteran earned his place, leading Cleveland to the playoffs in 2023 with a 4-1 stretch and securing Comeback Player of the Year. His calm, composed leadership has made him beloved in the locker room, and his 80% win percentage in Cleveland is the best since 1999. No one's arguing that he shouldn't be starting week 1, but Flacco isn't the long-term answer. So when that chapter ends, and it'll come down to Gabriel or Sanders, and I know where I stand. Gabriel is reliable, but Sanders has the ceiling. Sanders has the spark. If given the chance, I believe he'll prove it. That's why this debate matters so much. Let's not forget what this league is built on: opportunity. You can be the most talented quarterback on the roster, but if you're not given the reps, the coaching, the game time experience to prove it, then all of that potential sits buried. And that's exactly what's happening with Shedeur Sanders. The Browns have a diamond in their locker room, and instead of polishing it, they're keeping it locked away in the back of the vault. Why? Because the script was written before the cameras started rolling. Gabriel, a third-round pick, came in with a label. So did Sanders. One got the reps, the other got the clipboard. And it's not just fans questioning this. Even inside the organization, there's quiet tension around how this QB room is being handled. Stefanski's move to bring in Bailey Zapp adds fuel to that fire. While the official word is that Zapp's role is strictly practice squad depth, the subtext is clear. There's doubt, there's a shakeup brewing, and there's still time for the quarterback depth chart to be rewritten. The season hasn't started yet. One injury, one bad game, one glimpse of brilliance from shedeur in a real scenario, and everything changes. The narrative around Sanders can't end here. Not after all the promise, not after all the work he put in at Colorado, not after proving he can lead, produce, and thrive under pressure. And if you really look at the numbers, look at his performances, Sanders didn't lose this job. He just never got to compete for it. The competition was decided before the whistle blew. But he's still here, still ready, still learning. And let's not overlook how the team's leadership is shaping up around this quarterback room. The Browns named their captains, and Joe Flacco, at 40 years old, was among them. That's a sign of how respected he is, how deeply he's connected with this roster in such a short time. It also tells you that he's not just a stopgap. He's the foundation this team is building its early season identity on. And honestly, that's not a bad thing. Alongside Flacco, you've got leaders like Joel Bitonio, entering his 12th season, loyal to Cleveland from the start, Myles Garrett, the defensive anchor and arguably the best player in football, Denzel Ward, a shutdown corner with elite instincts, and Corey Bojorquez, a punter with one of the biggest legs in the league. It's a rock-solid leadership group. These are the guys who set the tone, who create the culture that younger players like Sanders are growing in. And there's something to be said about that environment. The locker room loves Flacco. They voted him a captain. That matters. It tells us the players believe in him, not just as a quarterback but as a leader. That's going to carry weight as the season begins. Flacco is going to command the huddle, manage the games, and give Cleveland a fighting chance week in and week out. But when the moment comes, when the inevitable need for a new face under center arises, will the Browns have done enough to prepare Sanders for that? Because if they haven't, if they don't, then we're looking at the same cycle we've seen for over 2 decades. A carousel of quarterbacks. 37 different starters since 2001. It's not just a stat, it's a symptom. And until the Browns commit to not just finding talent but nurturing it, we'll keep reliving this story. I'm not saying Sanders is the guaranteed future, but I am saying he deserves the chance to prove it, and fans feel the same. This isn't just media noise. The fan base is divided, vocal, and deeply passionate about this debate. You've got people rallying behind Gabriel for his consistency and discipline, and you've got others who see the big picture, who want to invest in potential greatness, who believe Sanders, if unleashed, can take this franchise to places it hasn't been in decades. Both sides make compelling arguments, but only one will get a chance to be right. That's why the decision now matters. This isn't about who's better today. It's about who gives the Browns the best shot in the long term. Because if we're honest, this team is built to win. The defense is elite. The offensive weapons are there. The coaching staff has finally found some consistency. All that's missing is the quarterback who can rise above the chaos and carry the team when it matters most. Joe can do that for now. But who's next? The answer could be Sanders. If the Browns allow it, if they lean into the potential instead of playing it safe. And if not, if he slips through the cracks, some other team will benefit from what Cleveland overlooked. And once again, the Browns will be the team asking what could have been. So as the season inches closer, the pressure isn't just on the players. It's on the front office, on Stefanski, on the quarterback coaches. Because this decision, it's bigger than a depth chart. It's about the direction of this franchise. It's about finally breaking the cycle. And Browns fans deserve